Hello students, I welcome you all to VVR-IAS, the most premier institution of India providing coaching for civil service examination. In today's class, I will be discussing about fundamentalism and communalism. Most of the students across the country are having a confusion related to fundamentalism and communalism. They think that fundamentalism is same as communalism and communalism is also same as fundamentalism. But really there is a difference between fundamentalism and communalism. What is the difference? Let us try to understand it. So first you come to fundamentalism. What is fundamentalism? Make a derivation. Fundamental plus ism. This word is fundamental. Fundamental plus ism, that is fundamentalism. What is fundamental? Fundamental refers to the basic principle of a religion. Fundamental means the basic principle of religion. What is ism? Ism means philosophy or approach. Then what is the meaning of fundamentalism? Fundamentalism is an aggressive approach related to religion by which it is thought that the basic principle of a religion must be strictly followed by the members, by the believers of that religion. That is the meaning of fundamentalism. And I told you the fact that fundamentalism is an aggressive religious philosophy. So what are the, all over the world there are different religious communities or different religions like Islam, like Christianity, like Hinduism, like Buddhism, like Jainism, like Sikhism and others. Every religion has a religious scripture. Take for example Christianity. Christianity has a scripture that is the Holy Bible. Hinduism has a scripture that is the Holy, you can say Srimad Bhagavad Gita, or you can say the Holy Vedas. And take the example of Islam. Its holy scripture is the Holy Quran. So fundamentalism related to these religions like Islam, like Christianity, promotes the idea that what has been mentioned, what has been written in the scripture of the Holy Quran or in the scripture of the Holy Bible, that must be taken into consideration, that must be understood literally without applying any principle of logic or rationality. Are you getting my point? That means fundamentalism does not allow any scope of a debate in matter of religion, because fundamentalism promotes the idea that God has said something, what God said or what the messenger of God said or what the preacher or you can say what the son of the God said, that has been written in the scripture, and all these things are written because God wanted it, and it must be literally followed without application of logic, without application of critical consciousness. Or in other words, I would like to tell you the fact that fundamentalism does not allow any debate in matter of religion. All of you are clear? Okay, then come to communalism. What is communalism? Make a derivation. Communal plus ism. Communal plus ism, that is communalism. Communal plus ism, that is communalism. There are different religious communities like Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Buddhists, Jains, Sikhs, Zoroastrians and others. So what is communalism? Ism means philosophy or approach, as I told you earlier. And right now I am giving you the meaning of communalism. Communalism means it's an aggressive political philosophy. Remember it. Fundamentalism is an aggressive religious philosophy. On the other hand, communalism is an aggressive political philosophy. So communalism is not about God. Communalism is not about religion but about politics. That's the reason we say party X is a communal political party, party Y is a communal political party. So communal is linked with politics, not with religion. Getting my point? So right now I am trying to make you understand the difference between communalist and communalism, fundamentalist and fundamentalism. As I written in a point-wise manner, first, fundamentalism is an aggressive religious ideology. You are clear? On the other hand, communalism is an aggressive political ideology. Second point of difference, fundamentalist is a true believer of God. True believer of God. How I am trying to make you understand? Because fundamentalist promotes the idea that everything is created by God. What has been written in the scripture of his religion, that should be literally understood, because God wanted all these things to be written. That's the reason the messenger of the God wrote it. For example, take Islamic fundamentalism. The Holy Quran is its scripture and Prophet Muhammad is its propounder. Why did Prophet Muhammad write such things there in Holy Quran? Because God wanted it. So what has been written in Holy Quran, that should be literally understood. We cannot apply our principle of logic, rationality and scientific bent of mind for the purpose of modifying the scripture, that is the Holy Quran. Are you getting my point? Therefore, people, those who promote fundamentalism, they are called fundamentalists. Fundamentalists are the true believer of God. But come to the context of communalist and communalism, as I told you earlier, communalists, they are more interested in politics, really, but they are less interested in religion. Therefore, they take the name of religion in matter of politics. They think that if the people of their own religion are organized and united, then their possibility of coming to power either in the state or in the center would be higher. So they take interest in religion, not for sake of religion, but for the sake of politics. That's the reason a communalist may be a believer of God, may not be also a believer of God, but a fundamentalist is definitely a believer of God. Then second point is clear to everybody. So a communalist may or may not be a true believer of God, but when a communalist is present in public place, he very frequently takes the name of the God. Why? Because he is interested in politics. He wants to bring unity among the people, all the people of his own religion. If people of his own religion are getting united, then his or her possibility of winning the election is higher. That's the reason he takes the name of God. Then come to the third point of difference. Fundamentalist. A fundamentalist thinks, a fundamentalist gives utmost emphasis upon the past of his society in true sense. Why? Because God, if you take the example of Hinduism, in past, God was having 10 incarnations. Once upon a time, God Ram was there, God Krishna was there. In Islamic society, long ago, Prophet Muhammad was there, who is son of the God, or you can say messenger of the God. In Christianity, obviously, Jesus Christ was born 2000 years ago. So obviously, either God or son of the God or messenger of the God was born in past. That's the reason fundamentalists always give respect to the past. They think that past is best for them. Present society is a degraded society. Present society is a decaying society, is a decadent society. So fundamentalist in this way gives utmost emphasis upon past. They glorify the past in genuine sense, in true sense. Then come to the other side. A communalist also gives emphasis upon past. A communalist also gives emphasis upon past, but not in a true sense, but in an ideological sense. Repeating it again, a communalist gives emphasis upon the past, but not in a true sense, but in an ideological sense. Are you getting my point? For example, we can say, a Hindu communal leader takes the name of Ram Mandir. A Islamic communal leader gives emphasis upon Babri Masjid. Are you getting my point? but they may be very much modernist by attitude and orientation, but while they do politics and come to the public forum, they give importance upon the past of the society only in ideological sense, but not in a true sense, just like a fundamentalist is giving emphasis upon the past in true sense or genuine sense. Next point of difference between fundamentalism and communalism is that a fundamentalist sees enemies within the religion, as well as outside of the religion. How? I would be explaining you. Take example of a Muslim fundamentalist. A Muslim fundamentalist thinks that past is best. What has been written there in the scripture, that is the best thing. It should be literally followed. It should not be modified. Scientific orientation should not be applied to it. Therefore, if there is a Muslim fundamentalist, he divides his society in terms of true believer of Islam and progressive minded Islam. Because progressive minded Muslim people, they apply scientific approach, logical approach in matter of religion and understanding religious scripture. Getting my point? For example, in Islamic society, one group of people are very conservative. They literally accept the view of scripture, that is Holy Quran. On the other hand, in Islamic society, there is a progressive group of people, those who apply scientific bent of mind. They don't take everything for granted what has been mentioned in matter of religion. So in this way, fundamentalist group of Muslim, they think that liberal minded Muslims, they are not true Muslims, they are the enemies, but they are enemies within their own religion. And at the same time, fundamentalist Muslim people, they think that people of other religion, they are sinners, so they are also inferior. So in this way, for a fundamentalist, enemies are present within the religion as well as outside of the religion. All of you are clear? Then come to communalist. As I told you earlier, communalist is not really interested in religion, but truly interested in politics. He is doing religion or doing politics in the name of religion. Therefore, a communal leader does not see any difference among the people of his own religion. Whether the people, for example, take the example of Hindu communal leader or Hindu communalist. Hindu communalist leader think that all Hindus are same. Whether they are Brahmin or Dalit, that does not matter. Whether they are rich Hindu or poor Hindu, that doesn't matter. Whether they are male Hindus or female Hindus, that doesn't matter. All Hindus are same for a communal Hindu leader. Why? Because he or she thinks if all Hindus are united, his possibility or his party's possibility of winning election is higher. In this sense, a communalist sees enemy only outside of his religion, but he or she does not see any enemy within the religion. In this way, a communalist is trying to unite his religion. But I am not telling you the fact that communalist is doing good thing. Because with a vested interest, a communal leader is trying to bring unity among the members of his own religion. All of you are clear? Then come to the last point of difference. So, last point of difference is a fundamentalist is really interested in Hinduization or Islamization or Christianization of the whole world. What is that? I am explaining you. As I told you, the fact that a fundamentalist is a true believer of God. As he is a true believer of God, he thinks in today's context that his religion is the best religion, other religions are inferior, and he does not accept the coexistence of inferior religion along with his own true superior religion. Therefore, a Hindu fundamentalist wants to convert the non-Hindus into Hindus. A Muslim fundamentalist tries to convert the non-Muslims into Muslims. Similarly, a Christian fundamentalist tries to convert the non-Christians into Christians. So while all people of the world are converted into Hinduism, the process is called Hinduization of the world. If all Muslims, all people of the world are converted into Islam, the process is called Islamization of the world. And when all Christians, all people of the world are converted into Christianity, that process is called Christianization of the world. In this way, a fundamentalist is really interested for Hinduization, Islamization or Christianization of the whole world. All of you got my point? Then come to other side. A communalist does not see anything beyond the boundary of his country. Why? For example, I am telling you, communalists are interested in politics. And obviously their activities is confined to the nation and state because they have to do politics either in their state or in the whole country. Getting my point? Therefore, they focus their attention only within the territorial boundary of their country. They don't see anything beyond the boundary of the country. This is all about the fundamental difference between fundamentalism and communalism. Time and again, UPSC has asked lots of questions in Sociology paper 2 related to fundamentalism, the causes, the consequences of fundamentalism, the factors promoting fundamentalism, and suggest some remedies how to eradicate the growing menace of fundamentalism. All these things would be discussed in my class that would be organized from, that would be started on 6th June on behalf of VVR-IAS in the most premier institution of the country providing coaching for civil service aspirants. So I expect you, I wish you all the best, and if you are interested to join in my class, then please get enrolled in VVR-IAS. Wish you all the best. Thank you.